Hello and welcome back to the show. We are joined with Jack now.
Thank you very much for having me. You got the gin I asked for.
So, first question I'd like to ask you is, you've come out with a new Christmas film. It's called Last Christmas, isn't it?
I have. Yeah.
You wrote and directed it. And fun fact, it seems like you wrote it with your husband. Is that correct?
I did. That actually happened by accident, but nice accident, don't get me wrong. But no, I was approached by the producer David Livingston, who asked if I wanted to create a film based on George Michael's song Last Christmas. And I said, not really, no. It's not my favourite Christmas song. But I was walking through the hills in Scotland with my husband, and I thought, what if we could do something different, maybe look at it at a different angle? So we started producing this story. And I even got to meet George Michael 2 years before he died, and he's an absolutely lovely guy.
Oh, great. And speaking of your husband, I hear you met him on one of the sets of your films. Is that correct?
I met him on Sense and Sensibility.
It's a great film. Love that film.
It's lovely, and I wrote that one as well. There's a very funny way of how I ended up writing that. The producer found a comedy sketch I made for a series I was doing, and it was a particular comedy sketch about a Victorian girl who's having dinner with her mother, and she's talking about her husband who's a scientist, and she mentions this weird point where her husband shows her this little creature that lives in his lap, which we can all assume what that is. And it's interesting because it shows how young Victorian women in those days were living in complete and utter ignorance, not just of sex, but of the genitalia. And I think we can all agree upon first sight, the male genitalia is relatively alarming.
And last but not least, but is it true that you were asked out by Donald Trump once?
Oh, yes. Let's not go there. No, I was filming Primary Colours, and in my trailer, I had a telephone, and I didn't even know the number, and it never normally rang, but there was one point when it actually did, so I was thinking, why is this ringing? Because I don't even know the number, and I don't know who has the number. So I answered it, and it was Donald Trump. So he's like, "Hi, this is Donald Trump here." And I just thought it was a prank caller, so I just went, "Oh, off." And he said, no, it's actually Donald Trump here, and I was wondering if I could ask you out to dinner or a drink or something. And I said I'd get back to him, because in those days he was just an old property owner. We never imagined he would be the president. But if I had gone out with him, I could have been the first lady of the United States. Well, not the first lady, but we don't know what's going to happen there.
Who knows? We'll catch you in a break. We'll take a quick 5-minute break, and then, see you in a bit.